entry music before. This is fun. Cool. Hello, and pleased that we managed to fit everyone in. So my name's Jack Woodcock. I'm the creative strategy lead for the Twitch brand partnership studio in EMEA. And so to give a bit of context, Twitch is the world's leading interactive live streaming service. So every month, over 8 million creators produce live content on Twitch. We're very lucky to have one of them here today. And I guess the type of content that they create is super diverse. Like was just said in the introduction, people know us like most for gaming, but there's loads of different types of content being produced on Twitch right now. There's 2.5 million people watching Twitch right now. So ranging from gaming to music and sport, but all the way through to illustration. Shark fishing is one of my favourites, and Maori wood carving is something that I never knew I would be passionate about. But it all is there on Twitch. If you're passionate about something, the chances are someone is creating live content about it on Twitch right now. So Twitch is home to a community of creators, as we've just said. But I think if you look at the building blocks of what makes Twitch unique, so it's live experiences, interactivity in real time, and really like strong, powerful communities. And so to help brands understand how they can work like on Twitch and with creators, we built the Brand Partnership Studio. So it's our mission to empower brands to create on Twitch and engage live communities. And it's exciting. So I guess more specifically, we talk to brands regularly about how to navigate gaming, which is, like we talked about, really big. But as well, it's around how to unlock the potential of live content and working with creators, and then also to how to engage Gen Z, because to engage Gen Z, as I'm sure lots of people who are standing on this stage today will say, it's all about authenticity and credibility, and that's really one of the things that Twitch will enable brands to access, like a voice of creators. And so that's enough of me talking. I'd like to welcome Leah, who is one of our top Twitch UK creators. So I guess we have had the opportunity to work with you on some really cool brand projects for most recently Vans and then last year Pringles, which won lots of awards. That was cool. But for those who don't know you, would you like to give an introduction, who you are and what type of content you produce on Twitch?
Yeah, great. Hello, I'm Leah, also known as Leah Viathan online, and I've been a creator on Twitch for over 7 years now, so I'm pretty ancient as Twitch goes. But I kind of do a bit of everything, mostly gaming. I love playing all types of games, but as Twitch has grown and the diversity of content has grown, you find new opportunity to sort of branch out and figure out what kind of things you enjoy doing and sharing those hobbies with audiences as well. So it's really nice because you start with gaming and people come to a channel to see your opinion on gaming or watch you play or enjoy the environment and experience that they will get from the live stream. And then slowly as they get to know you, you can kind of indoctrinate them into what you enjoy. So I tend to, I love space. So, at the beginning of a stream, I might be like, there's some really cool space things happening at the moment. Let's just check that out. And we'll get to the gaming in a minute, don't worry. And then, slowly people start to enjoy you for who you are and what your interests are. And it's a really powerful tool for introducing people to things they've never have seen before, which is awesome.
Yeah, amazing. I've really enjoyed some of the NASA launches recently. They've been extremely fun. So I guess, like you sort of alluded to, starting to produce live content on Twitch is quite a big thing.
Yeah.
So and requires quite a lot of commitment. So what was it that made you think that you wanted to start streaming on Twitch, and how did you go about building a community?
Yeah, well, 7 years ago, I needed a hobby, really. I needed something that was free because I was in debt, I had no money. I needed something to do that I could just enjoy doing every evening that wasn't going to cost me anything. And I decided to try Twitch. And I got very, very lucky very, very quickly. I grew pretty quickly in the first year of streaming, just right time, right place sort of thing, really. But it's a very unique experience streaming on Twitch, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think when I first started at Twitch, I committed I was going to start like trying to live stream, and that was 3 years ago, and I haven't. So
Yeah.
I know that it is like that first thing of going live is a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. So I guess the thing about one of the things about Twitch that is kind of unique is that you like you've just talked about, you find a community and then you build it around like your passions and the type of stuff that you're interested in. Like how, but it's a long thing. So how do you? I guess you've now got this like loyal, engaged community, but like how do you keep them coming back every day and keep them energized?
That's the secret sauce, isn't it? How do you keep them coming back? There's so many different ways you can do it, but I think the most important thing is finding new content, new experiences for them that are engaging in a way. Like, it's so easy to stagnate, and you can do the same thing all the time. Maybe people enjoy watching you play a specific game, but after so many years, like, they're gonna grow up, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna get bored of that and move on in their own lives. So the trick is, like, how do you keep growing with the community? How do you keep them engaged throughout many years of their life? And that's where, like, keeping your eye on the ball really comes in, really. You are interested in new games, you are interested in new media, in new technology and things, and you make sure that you're bringing them on a journey with you.
That's really interesting. How does the type of content that you started producing 7 years ago, like, how do you think that compares to what you're doing now?
I was a nervous wreck 7 years ago. I'd get on camera like, hey guys, welcome to my stream. And now I'm commanding, I'm controlling the stream. I mean, 7 years is a long time. And on Twitch, I've seen such an insane change. I mean, advertising itself on Twitch, 7 years ago, getting a sponsor was like impossible. You'd never get a sponsor. And these days, sponsorship economy is huge. It's like one of the big drivers of Twitch creation, really. So there's a lot of things that have changed pretty significantly. And there's like more space these days for shows and that variety content and experimentation. And it used to be very much you'd sit on your webcam and you'd play your game, and that's what you do for like 7 hours every day. Whereas these days, it's much more like, can you be creative with that content? Can you make a live show experience that is going to be something people remember going forward and are entertained by in a way that live TV doesn't quite like scratch that itch, because you don't have that same like inside jokes back and forth, that feeling of connection that you get from being in a community for so long and understanding a person and those jokes you share between each other. That's something you have to build over time, and something that you can't force, you can't like falsify. You have to really make an effort to go there.
I think I was always, when I first started working at Twitch and working on branded streams, one of the things I was most struck by was seeing the amount of love from chat.
Yeah.
When a brand comes in and supports your stream. Like the community, like, just feel like it's almost like that validates their passion, that a big brand has come in and supported a creator that they really love.
It's like if you partner with a large brand, for a lot of people, it legitimizes you as a creator, because it's like, oh, this big brand is working with them. Like, wow, I guess they must be pretty good. And it's a weird psychological thing for some people. And for some people, they like your content, and they're just thrilled to see that you have an opportunity to work with a brand. Like, I mean, I did a thing with Vans last month. I've been wearing Vans since I was like 13, still with like the same hair, actually, swept across my eye, dyed black. But I've been wearing Vans for like half my life now, and to work with a company like that, it showed. People could see that I was clearly like connected and I enjoyed that brand, and it made all the difference, I think, because then people are like, yeah, thanks, Vans, for giving her a chance. Thanks for working with her. That's really nice of you.
that was a really exciting activation as well. It went really, really well. I think we did a piece of work in France for Coca-Cola, and I remember like seeing at the point at which it was announced that Coke was sponsoring that stream. The stream wasn't even on stream yet. It was just a loading screen, and it was just like everyone in chat was just talking about how amazing it was that Coke were here. It's like, oh my God, this is incredible. So yeah, that's super interesting. And so I guess, finally, for Twitch is built to enable creators to make money, like make a living from streaming live content. And a super important part of that, as you were just talking about, is the support that brands bring into that space. So I guess you've got a bit of experience of working with different types of brands in different ways. Have you got any any tips on like things for brands to think about when they're working with creators?
Really understand the platform and understand the platform in 2022, because the platform in 2017 is very different to how it is now in terms of what people want to watch and what they enjoy engaging with. There's a thing that I brought up before, which is like being in on the joke. You need to be in. You can't just like cold come in and be like, advertise the product and here's the product. You have to understand that like it's very tongue-in-cheek, especially on Twitch. Like you have to be in on that experience, on that environment, and sort of trust that the creator will understand their audience enough to promote something in a way that they will actually engage with and not just switch off. Because if you want a product promoted and you're like, we need to hit these talking points and you need to sell it like this and you need to show it like this, if that's not natural for the creator, the audience immediately is like, oh God, what is this? This isn't normal. This is horrific. Whereas, if you're allowed to show it the way you would show it, which often is goofy. I mean, like the amount of unboxings I've done that have gone horrifically wrong because I've botched it. Yeah, it's funny, and people remember that, and that's the thing. You're making memorable connections for people, and that's, I think, the best thing you can do for a brand is like have that little connection in the head. They're like, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I remember that moment.
I think when we talk to brands about it, we'll say like, don't take yourself too seriously and don't dad dance.
Yeah.
Which is, that's something we often say. Thank you for sharing all that. That was super interesting, and thank you to the IAB for hosting us. And yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.